Welcome to Moody Motion. My name is Oleh Ibrahimov, and today I will show you how to use Stable Diffusion Deforum to make these awesome, great animations. There are a few ways how you may use Stable Diffusion for animations. Personally, I prefer Stable Diffusion Deforum notebook in Google Collab as it seems to have more control. After that tutorial, you will have a base understanding of how to use Stable Diffusion. So now you go through the link under the video and you need a Google Drive, okay? That is a page of notebook, Stable Diffusion Deforum version 07. So now and then a new version is coming out. First of all, you have to copy this page to your Google Drive. It will drop you into your copy. Now, when you go to your Google Drive, you will see the Colab Notebooks icon. If you double click on that, you will see your copy of a document, your copy of a notebook. You can right click and make a copy of that. You can make 2 projects in one go, 3 projects, as many as you like, and you can open as many as you like. Call this thing Ukrainian Village. First thing that you should do, I recommend, go Tools, Settings, and make a theme dark, so you can save your eyes. It is made that way that it will download all the things you need just on your drive. All you have to do is just run time and run all. You have to do this one time to understand if everything works correctly on default settings. Then you can focus on your animation. After a while, it will ask you permission to have access to your Google Drive. You have to give it permission and let it do its thing. The whole notebook consists of cells, and each cell you can run separately. The first cell says which video card you are renting right now. If you are not subscribed for a paid version, it will give you Tesla T4 most of the time. And if you are a hard worker and you are a hard player, my boy, it's not enough. It creates the folder for your models inside Google Drive. When you go here, you can find now the folder called AI. If you go inside, you will see there Stable Diffusion and the models folder. AI needs to use the models. There are a bunch of these models, but remember that those models weight a lot. When you're driving that the first time, it will download the model for you into your Google Drive. Just make sure you have enough space in it. So here it is, Protogan V22. There will be no need to download this again. The thing you here have to know is the path to your model, just you to know. All things of a Stable Diffusion of outputs will be in the Stable Diffusion folder. And model configurations, you can choose each of that and experiment. I'm here to give you the base from which you can explore. After you clicked Run All, it will connect to your Google Drive, and here to the right you will see the new icon that is showing you the usage of your RAM and disk space. So it's saying that you currently have 0 compute units available. Resources offered free of charge are not guaranteed. It means that it gives you the worst video card they got, and not to play for a long time with that thing, okay, kid? So if you're a grown man, you have to just make a subscription for $10. You will get 100 compute units per month. But remember that these units expires in 3 months, whatever you do. If you have this better subscription, it also gives you a better video cards, faster one, and more with a more memory. And for example, right now I connected and it gave me NVIDIA A100, and it is taking from me 2.24 compute units per hour. And you have to remember that the moment you got connected, it starts taking from you those compute units. In other words, taking your money. So it doesn't matter if you are rendering something or not, it's just keep taking. Also, if you have a better subscription for $50, you will be able to choose the GPU class to premium. save, it will reconnect me to another video card. Now it's taking 13 compute units per hour, but it works really fast. To stop it, you just click here, click the icon, trash icon. Now, after I know how it works, I just type all my thing that I need and then go render. Okay, let's jump back to what we got here. You can just go down and look if it worked good for you. So everything looks fine. It did a beautiful lake by Asher Brown Durant trending on ArtStation. Sorry guys for my English. I hope that in time it will be much smoother for me, because I wasn't speaking English for a long time. I was just listening, but never opening my mouth to say anything in English. God. Let's go. Animation. Choose here none. It will skip the animation and just render for you pictures. And the prompts for the pictures are here. And a number of variations you gave here. But we are here for animation and we love videos, so we choose here what type of animation do we like: 2D, 3D, video input, or interpolation. Interpolation I have never used. Most of the time I use 2D. Most of my videos, they are done with the 2D. Here, maximum, how much frames do you want? For example, we'd make it 300. You can play with these things, okay? These parameters will have impact on your animation: angle, zoom, translation X, and translation Y. Those translation Z, D, 3D, those are for 3D. The first number is a number of frame. The number inside the brackets is the value. On a frame 10, it will rotate -2 or 2. It can be positive and negative. Value, it means the speed. Moreover, you can animate this thing. After a comma, for example, you type something like that. On a frame 20, you want rotation with the value 3. So the speed of rotation is 3. You have to render to understand, is it fast or is it slow? Explore it one time and you will understand, is it too fast or too slow? It will equally speed up the rotation from 0 to 20. Like on a frame 20, it will move constantly to the frame 30 with the speed of 3. These separate blocks, they are something like speed keyframes, like that. This principle works for everything. For zoom, you can type here as well. You can start from zooming, then stop zooming, then zoom out. Translation X is the movement of your camera to the left or to the right, and translation Y is up or down. Translation Z works only in 3D animation mode. It's instead of zoom. And rotation on X, Y, and Z. A small demonstration how the camera behaves. X is going like that, and we are rotating like that. X, Y, and Z rotation, Z 3D rotation. You see here a formula. Oh my God, what is going on? Actually, you may delete this and put here anything you want. It's the formula inside the brackets. For you to understand what does it mean, copy it and go to Google and paste it. You will see the wave, how the camera will behave. This is the timeline, yeah, and this is the value. So it will go like that. But we can go deeper and put here not sinus, but cosinus, for example. Far to the left and then again. I tried here to give tangents. I haven't tried it. It will go like far to the left. If we put here, for example, 20, we will see that the value increased to like more frequently, yeah? If I say like 2, if I go 1. Also, an interesting thing is that you can give here times and put here more and give here sinus. I'm not a mathematic guy at all. It's just a simple logic. What about that? You got it, yeah? So I can put it here and inside the bracket. Moreover, we can even animate this thing too. So we can put comma, and on frame 30, we want something else. We want, for example, let's experiment. What if I add tangents? Oh my God. Oh, that looks nice. Like bum, 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 bum. 4. Oh, it thought I am a robot. Oh man, you want to break a Google or something? So let's try this crazy thing here. And from frame 30, we go with that. It has a lot of possibilities. You just go there and experiment. Next parameter you clearly need to understand is noise schedule.
Noise schedule.
Noise
schedule.
I like schedule, okay? Stable diffusion forms objects out of the noise. It's a building material, it's a fuel for AI. Therefore, stable diffusion needs a constant supply of noise. So if you make the animation where the zoom is moving too fast and stable diffusion is not keeping up with creating new stuff, you will certainly need to increase the noise schedule to higher values. You can also animate this thing. For example, it's zooming like until 10 frame. It's actually even too fast. I put here 0 of 2, 0 of 2, and then 25th frame. Let's put here 8 or 6 until like 35. We want it to slow down. From frame 10 until frame 20, it will start to zoom really fast. And on that time, we need our noise to be higher, like that. Strength schedule is super important. This parameter says AI how much the next frame have to be similar to the previous frame. Strength schedule, why these words are so difficult to pronounce? You put here from 0 to 1, it's as from 0% to 100%. And as it was here 0.65, the next frame should simulate the previous frame on a 65%. On a 10 frame, more random stuff, and then on the 20 we wanna to get back where we belong. Let's do another thing. On frame 0, let's do 1. Put there my photo. So the next parameter, diffusion cadence, is here 1. If you put here 2, it will create an additional frame of smoothing a different seed. Put here 1, it will create every time a new vision. For example, 4, it will put between it 3 frames. And the smoothness will be better. You just compare it with the speed of zoom and it can work for you great. But I mostly use 1 because I like to make the smoothness inside the After Effects. Now, video input. When you choose here video input, you have to give a path to your video that you want to rework. For that thing, you just go to the sidebar, and after you connect it and click here to mount your drive, and your Google Drive will appear here. If it's not, you can refresh my drive, AI, 3 dots, new folder, video input. The video input, that was the thing I was speaking about in my previous tutorial with the destroyed Russian tanks. Go and look at that. It's actually really cool. Here is how I did it. So I just took a video like that. I drag it here. You see the icon here when it's uploading. I just dropped here also the Lumamate for a video mask path. Here it is. Paste the tanks here. 3 dots. Copy path. Click on a checkbox if you want to use the video mask path. Extract frames, it means that it will rework every 1 frame of your video. You can put it here too, and it will rework every 2nd frame of your video, every 4th frame, and so on. Those things you have to discover yet. Interpolation, as I told, I never use it. Resume animation is very useful thing. I will get back to this in a minute. I just should explain you what does cell with the prompts means. So this is the field where the text to image happens. So these are animation prompts. Again, it's a number of frame. I want to see on the frame 0 a beautiful Ukrainian village. Frame 20, I want to see a Ukrainian armed forces in pixel uniform. 35 of freedom. Oh my God. And on frame 60, Ukrainian symbol shining. Also, there is an option to put some negative prompts. For example, you can say that you don't want some colors or something specific. I copied it from my previous notebook. It looks like that. So we don't want to see Russians, okay? We don't like them. Okay. If you have problem with the ideas, or you have problem with picking up the style, here is a great site. Register there. So you can put likes and get collections. You can type here anything like, I don't know, brain. And it will show you what people rendered with this prompt. You pick what you like. Here are the prompts that people use. They are sharing that thing, and you just can copy the first part. You say the scene, what you want to see. For example, we want to see Ukrainian village, but what style? In this case, we can go here. I just put some likes here, and the styles I really liked. So, for example, we can choose beautiful fantasy city made from white stone and bright copper, medieval city, metropolis, magic, blah, 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 blah. Copy, put here comma and paste it. We can put it here as well, but it's not forbidden to change the style. I am not saying it's a good idea, but you can work out something out of that. Let's take this thing also. Put, for example, here. So it's just for the sake of the tutorial. I'm not saying that it will match with the Ukrainians. It's a great field for experiments, and there is a tons of researches. People are crazy. Let's get back to our resume animation, as I wanted to explain you how does it work. For example, you just started your animation, and on frame 35 is doing some ugly stuff, and you just can stop the animation, go here, change the prompts, maybe even change the movement of the camera, and put here that unique number of time string that you got. You just go to your Google Drive, find your frames, and in the name of the file, the first number is the number you need. Paste it here, and you're ready to go. You don't have to run all again. After you stop, you just can make the changes and then hit play. It works like that. We are going to the last important cell, is load setting. Inside the image settings, we have the resolution. The default settings are square because the models are being trained on that resolution. To have the best results, you have to render the squares. In my case, and I think that in your case too, you will try to make animation for Instagram Reels, TikTok, and so on. I usually use 576 to 1024. Again, here you may face the problem with the lack of memory because you are not subscribed. That's why I recommend you to subscribe and to pay these $10. It's not a big deal. For 1 month, you can just play with the settings and understand if it's for you, if you are into it, or it's just a crap and you hate it and you don't want to sit with that. Go and do some hyperlapse that I showed you on the previous tutorial. Seed, if you're working with After Effects or any other software, you should understand what is seed. And if it's -1, every time you render, it will give you the random seed to your frames. In order to track any changes, to track your progress, you should change it to some number, let's say 1000. Also, a bunch of samplers. Some of these are faster than another. Steps is very important. It has direct impact on time of your rendering. Steps number says AI how many times it should clarify the image from the noise. Something between 40 to 70 is a normal. The scale also has an impact. I put here 7. From 5 to 12 is also normal. Here are prompt settings, like you can use the prompt weighting. Ukrainian, put here 2 dots, 3, for example, village, you here 2 dots, 5. It will try to make more village. Focus on that prompt or another, so you can give the prompts a weight. This number, it means that it will give you one version. Batch name is a name of a folder that these frames would be rendered. Let's put here Ukrainian village 2. a seed number or a prompts. I would go with the seed number because with these prompts, the name of the file would be crazy. Seed behavior. Iteration means that after we hit render, the first frame would render with the seed 1000. The next frame will have the seed 1001 and so on. So the iteration goes like one by one. But if you want something more stable, you choose fixed. It will try to apply one seed, one combination of all this AI randomness to every frame, every next frame. Random, it will jump thousands to millions because the seed goes beyond millions of versions what you can do, billions. Ladder and alternate, I don't know, it's new for me. Try iteration. If you want to use some init image, you can do it here. Init settings, here you click the checkbox. How I did my intro. So I took the last frame of my intro. I put it in an AI folder. Copy path, insert here. May also use a mask. Here is default picture. You can invert mask and make another adjustments. So the key point here is strength. The AI will reproduce this picture, 10% of this picture, and then it will apply your prompts. If you put here 0.5, it means it will reproduce the 50% of your image, and over it will give a prompts. If you put here 1, it will just make the first frame the same as it is here. It works only with the first frame. The next frame it will take from the strength schedule. So as you see, I also put here 1. It will reproduce my photo when I am that stupid with the stupid face. And then it will apply the prompts and try to rework my face into the beautiful Ukrainian village. Let's see what it will do. Here is exposure, contrast, color matching, and all this new stuff. Let it be as it is. So the final cell is create video from frames. I usually collect all the frames inside After Effects, so I put here skip video for run all. You can use it. It will create for you a video with the 12 frames per second or 24, as many as you like. So as we put here 2D animation, and here we don't use init image, and hit render. That's what we got. I stopped on 100 frame. Here are the frames. Just double click on the first one and here it is. That is what we got. So we don't see any Ukrainian armored force so long. I think that is because of our prompts. It is not rotating, that it starts rotating, but then it stops to the other side and then stops. So as we told it to, it did a good job of rotating. The scale is also good. So like from the 10th frame, it's starting to zoom faster from the 10th frame to 20 frame, and then to 35 frame, it slows down. Now we can play with the prompts because actually there is no Ukrainian symbols. It is good. It is looking nice, but it's not what we want. Just Taras Shevchenko. Maybe we can change the scale here to 10 and change the strength schedule like that. Every next frame will be 65% similar to the previous one. Hit play there, hit play on the prompts, and hit play on the load setting. I put there a beautiful Ukrainian village by Taras Shevchenko, 1000 seed, and I took away those prompt waiting. And also, as we are not the member of subscription, it is taking some time longer. So now it's more like Taras Shevchenko style, I think. On this example, I will show you how you can use resume animation. On a frame 20, it had to make an Ukrainian armored force in pixel uniform, but As long as I gave a lot of another prompts, like medieval city, metropolis, magic, waterways, waterfalls, gorgeous clouds, and so on, so forth. It's making more of some strategic look of some marble constructions and no Ukrainian armored force. I go to my Google Drive, Ukrainian village, and I should delete everything after frame 20. Take the last one, or it doesn't matter what. Take this number, put that number in the resume animation, check the checkbox, change the prompts. Maybe I will delete all that thing and just put here by Taras Shevchenko. So now it should continue. Here it is. From frame 20 is giving more pixelization to our video right now. Look at that. Some kind of soldiers are trying to appear. It's as if there was a picture on the rug that some granny did. So it's trying to do something, but it's not quite what I want. This is how you work with that. You got some results, you watch, you tweak parameters, you go again. And as you do it over and over again until you got something cool. Or you can write just a lot of things here, make it 1000 frames, render, hit render, and go do your work. Could I imagine to make this myself? Never. I was sitting on the DeviantArt from time to time and I was in awe. But now I can draw it with the AI myself. I can make this picture, upscale it with another AI tool, and then print and put it here on my wall or sell it. You can make the wallpaper to your phone. Ctrl K, you can make it 2 times longer and then put here 200. Boom. Click that thing. It will smooth everything up. Or another one with the optical flow. It's not working with all stuff great, but it's easy. You can put over it some effects like curves. You can put there unsharp mask, color correction, lumetri color, and in the creative, choose browse custom LUTs. This LUT, I like it a lot. 25, but as you see, it did some glowing and it looks fantastic. Shevchenko style. So we're starting with Shevchenko and then it screw up because these I haven't changed. But anyway, you see the difference is and the possibilities are endless. Now I covered the basic things you have to understand in order to work with the Stable Diffusion. There are another ways to use it, but anyway, you will use prompts, you will use steps and all these things. But if you're a coder, you can do more because if you double click here on any field, you can see that there is some code here. I'm not a coder at all, so I won't help you with that thing. Maybe you can help me with that. I hope you learned something from me, and I'm waiting to see what you create. Let me know what you want me to share with you. I think that I can also teach you how you can end with the logo, so you make commercials and make money on Stable Diffusion animation. Stay tuned and see you next time.